Salut, cozy people! Sunt Norisor. Astăzi intrăm într-un joc puțin mai diferit. O să jucăm Slay the Princess. Este un joc psychological horror, un visual novel where choice matter. Și nu o să zic mai multe. Hai să începem să-l jucăm. There are no wrong decisions. Până când cineva moare, având în vedere că este poveste de dragoste. Slay the Princess. Capitolul 1. Eroul și prințesa.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
De ce vrem, de ce vrem să omorâm o prințesă? Oh. Ok. Mama, avem câteva variante. Din ce am înțeles, putem să jucăm jocul de mai multe ori și dacă avem choice-uri diferite, o să avem ending-uri diferite. Hai să luăm pe rând. Hai să explorăm. De ce va fi sfârșitul lumii?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Asta e cam drastic. De ce e periculoasă?
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
Dar tocmai ai spus că nu e periculoasă.
The more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her because listening to her is in their nature. And when they do, everything will come crashing down.
Deci e malefică? Să înțeleg? Da, ai ceva evidence.
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Îmi place asta. Poate suntem ok cu faptul că lumea se sfârșește?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Don't say nobody.
I mean, maybe some people do.
Exactly.
Nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Îmi place choice-ul ăsta. Gen, să mergem să vorbim cu ea și să vedem, să decidem noi, gen, dacă e malefică și dacă merită să fie slayed.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Hai să vedem.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
We are all doomed.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Ce drăguț, îmi place cum se mișcă imaginea, cum mișcă mouse-ul. Bă, dar chiar observați ce mouse avem? Avem un fel de gheară. Noi nu trebuie să fim erou. De ce avem o gheară?
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Oh, avem o nouă voce. Vocea noastră.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Wait. Eu să mă ignor pe mine, gen? Eroul să se ignore pe el însuși? Avem decât un choice.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Putem alege dacă să luăm knife-ul sau nu. Bă, aș încerca să fiu pozitivă și să mergem fără, să o cunoaștem mai întâi.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Sau salvând-o, gen? Poate?
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh, săraca.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Okay. Hi?
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Sure.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Să vorbim cu ea sau să o eliberăm direct? Hai să vorbim puțin cu ea.
Okay.
Oh. Deja și-a schimbat puțin vocea. Ia, care e numele tău?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
Deci, nu știu, încă aștept partea horror din jocul ăsta. Hai să nu mai stresăm cu numele. Hai să întrebăm de ce e închis aici.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
Care este?
I don't actually know what that reason is, but You don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
Tocmai. Nu ar fi trebuit să știe sau a fost răpită, poate, și închisă aici?
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
Hai să vedem, aș vrea să întreb partea cu mâncarea. Adică mă duce cu ideea gen poate e un monstru. Adică nu poți să supraviețuiești fără apă și mâncare până la urmă.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
It has to do with a lot.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess.
No.
That's hardly relevant.
E foarte relevant.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Exact. Ce o să fac? Nu. Hai să zicem adevărul. Oh. Gen, îmi dă sentimentul ăla că e un monstru, având în vedere că nu vrea să mănânce în stau. Hai să mergem cu partea asta de doubting, dacă tot am mers așa de la început, în care nu știm dacă e bună sau rea.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
I think.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
I was hoping you'd tell me.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I believe her.
Oh, pare așa inocentă.
She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
Nope, cam trebuie să știe.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that, and I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Stăm cu asta, că parcă tot mă stresează pe cap cu numele ei. Nu vreau să ne zică.
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten.
No.
I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
Deci acum avem mai multe choice-uri, să o lăsăm aici și să mai stăm cu ea, să-i dăm voie să iasă afară sau să ne întoarcem să luăm cuțitul să o omorâm. Nu știu ce să aleg. Hai să încercăm să o eliberăm de data asta, doar că avem și până și la eliberare avem 2 choice-uri. Don't make me regret this. Ha, că tot am fost doubtful.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a huge mistake.
Maybe.
No,
Maybe not.
you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Nu, n-am primit cheie.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Nu cred.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Altă idee, dacă n-avem cheie?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Cum? Că sunt grele. Și
Or if
fier.
that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Începe să ia întorsătură dubioasă.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Cineva ne-a închis.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Dar cu ce? Că nici măcar n-avem cuțitul.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
De ce s-a oprit muzica?
She barely
Oh,
hesitates before
God.
raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Am atât de multe questions. Gen... Putea să fac asta și fără să fiu eu aici. De ce să tocmai acum să...
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Hai să o salvăm, dar am sentimente de toate red flag-urile din lumea asta.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Am două remarci. Remarca numărul 1, avem gheare și suntem un monstru și noi, ca erou. Și al doilea lucru, s-a schimbat iconița mouse-ului. Dar, Doamne...
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't.
Nu e omniscia.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Opa, narratorul s-a supărat.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Poftim?
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Oh, God. Opțiunile.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Eu știu.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it! Stop trying to resist me! I'm trying to get you out of here alive!
Hai să rezistăm până la final, deși toate red flag-urile le văd în
The
tipul asta.
blade! Move the blade! As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Quick about what?
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
De ce murim noi?
For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Am murit ca să o salvăm pe ea într-un final.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
At the end, nu? Capitolul 2. Păi sper că v-a plăcut. Mie mi-a plăcut și vom continua data viitoare și cu capitolul 2. Nu uitați să dați un like sau un subscribe. Ne auzim, pa, pa!